put it out last night after the game, and I said, I don't like saying this, but the Mavericks are boring me. Like, I find myself changing more to baseball or more to football, and I'm just like, tonight they play. I'm not that excited to watch them play already. That shouldn't be the case. I'm one of the biggest Maverick fans in the world, but here's the deal. And I couldn't believe this on Twitter. After I put that out, I will usually get some hate, whether it's like a lot of hate and they're like, they totally disagree the majority totally disagrees with that statement, or, I'll get like a majority agreeing with the statement, but still some people that don't like it. After I put that out, I got like 600 likes. I got a whole bunch of retweets and then quotes, and 100%, I've never had this before, 100% on Twitter said, I totally agree with what you're saying. This is a boring team. It's, and I put it's the same issues for 3 years now. They changed none of the role players. They lack talent. KP was oversold by the Dallas Mavericks, and he's always hurt. And then Luka has to do everything for this team. And I want to say this. Luka is not perfect. Luka sucks at the free throw line. Luka needs to be a better overall player. Luka doesn't move without the ball. Corey, you had the quote before the show started about Luka saying he has to be more aggressive now, right?
Yeah, he was saying, I need to be more aggressive. I need to do more. He's making it sound like my team can't do anything. It's all on me now.
And so I think all Maverick fans in general, all Maverick fans are like, we've seen this play out. The dudes that we're trying to get better in the starting lineup, Dwight Powell's almost 30. He's literally almost 30, and he's been horrible at basketball most of his career and should not be on an NBA team that is trying to win anything, at least playing. He can be on the end of the bench and play like if Porzingis and Maxey are out and you have to play a guy, fine, you have to play him. But we literally start a dude who, if you just look at the 60 guys that start at the kind of 4 or 5 position, he's number 60. I guarantee you this, if then you take, because Maxi Kleber's better than him, you take everybody's best big man that comes off the bench to substitute in for the starters. That's 30 more guys. He would be ranked number 90 at that point. Like, he's the 90 at best. He's the 90th best big guy in the NBA, and that's at very best, being very nice to Dwight Powell. Dorian Finney-Smith isn't any better. Guess what? He's 28 years old. He wasn't going to get better from 27 to 28. It doesn't happen. He can't move, he can't catch a ball and move and dribble and pass. He's a pretty good spot-up shooter, and he's a good defender who can't dribble or pass. And we start him. He's a great guy to bring off the bench. For any championship team, you'd love to have Dorian Finney-Smith off the bench for 15 minutes a night. Like, if you put him on the Phoenix Suns, he ain't starting for the Phoenix Suns. He's coming off the bench for 15 minutes a night. He's not better than Mikal Bridges. Right. So, I mean, you just look at this, and they changed nothing. They replaced Josh Richardson with Josh Richardson.
They did. They changed something, Mike, and unfortunately, it's kind of a negative because one of the things that at least you could say with Carlisle is that offensive system kind of worked together to do something, and the shooting was there in a decent way. Right now, they're 24th in offensive rating, which is really unfortunate. This is a team that they've tried to kind of reinvigorate some of the mid-range, and the offense doesn't really work unless you have guys who are able to get pressure at the hoop. And the only person who's really doing that is Jalen Brunson, and Luka's not even getting as much pressure. I think that might speak to, or Luka might have been speaking to that when he said he needed to be aggressive, is some of that stuff. So I think that's some of the things that make it boring, is that they're middle of the road defensively, which is all right. I mean, that's kind of all right.
In past years, we would have been thrilled about that.
But that's with, really high flying offense, and right now you're not seeing that. So all that factors in, I think, to making it less enjoyable for the fans.
And whether you like Barkley or not, Barkley last night after the game on TNT said, look, this doesn't work. You got to make trades. Now, that means somebody has to actually want your players. I think that's why Mark Cuban says they're so underrated, because he calls other teams and they're like, yeah, we think your players suck at basketball, so we don't want them.
And he's like, don't tell me my players suck.
But I think that when you watch this, Barkley, whether you like him or not, I think Barkley sometimes has great opinions. Sometimes I think he struggles with his opinions, but I agree with this. He's like, this isn't going to work. Do
you want to hear his exact quote?
Yeah.
It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
I'm curious to watch Dallas tonight, because Dallas, the way they're constructed, they need to make a trade, but I want to wait, but I want to see if they get beat down tonight to confirm that. Well, they did get beat down to confirm that. That's already, all 3 of their losses are by at least 15 points.
Well, and those are the only 3 teams that are going to be over 500 this year that they've played. Like, literally, if they've played early in the year a pretty good team or a great team, whatever you want to put, Atlanta, Miami, and help me out with their other loss. I'm drawing.
You say the Nuggets?
And the Nuggets. They're all going to be over 500, and we got blown out every time. And it's not even competitive. Like, it's not competitive in the fourth quarter because our lack of talent. And yet, I don't know if they're ever going to change it because Mark Cuban is so blind to talent in the NBA at this point that he doesn't know what is actually good or not good. It's easy to say Ja Morant is good, LeBron James is good, Luka's good. Any moron who has no idea about basketball can say that. What Mark Cuban can't see or understand at all, and he is the general manager of this team and has been now for a while, is he has no clue why Dorian Finney-Smith is good or not good, why Dwight Powell is considered at best the 90th best big man in the NBA. Like, he has no clue, and he's leading this thing, and it's driving me insane that he saw this team play for 2 years and said, we just need to bring back the exact same team.